What do we got going on today? Well, Amazon just gave me a delivery. ATV axles for the Sportsman my son rides. It has these type of axles, and I am sick and tired of them. Absolutely sick and tired of replacing one or two or three or four universal joints every year, every other year. It's absolutely insane. In fact, last weekend, he actually broke the drive shaft on this head. I don't know where it is now, but yeah, totally destroyed. So I got some of these. Supposedly, these CV axles are supposed to fit. Find out. Probably should open these first. Let's see what we got here. Typical Caltrick kit. Came with bearings, which is nice because the ones on here are shot. That's one way to clean the bench. Oh, and a real quick PSA. So we just had to do a axle rebuild on the 500. And the wife picked up a kit off of Amazon with the CV boot clamps. Came with a couple tools. This whirligig thing, useless. And these crimpers, which are absolute junk. And if you look at the handles between the two, you can see that this one's bent. This one was bent. I stuck it in the vise and unbent it so I could try to use the tool. And this morning the wife went over to either AutoZone or Advanced Auto and picked up these performance tool crimps. They are the exact same garbage from Amazon. Exactly the same, and they bent exactly the same. And so by the time you get enough clamping force on the clamp to actually hold, you've bent these things. Absolute junk. Don't buy them. Plus, the clamps that this kit came with, I don't know if you can see that, freaking broke. Trying to crimp them. I probably broke like 5 of these before one actually held. Absolute garbage. Don't buy it. Buy the ones with the actual forged heads. I mean, we got these in a pinch just to try to get this wheeler repaired so we can hit the trails. But yeah, don't buy this junk. Absolute garbage. Moving on. Let's see if these axles work. According to the listing, they're supposed to work. Now, technically, like a Sportsman 500 axle does fit, except the joint end is too big. And what it does is there's not enough clearance between this AR mount. So the boot actually hits that bolt. Like literally, if you had another, I don't know, quarter inch, half inch clearance, you could just use Sportsman 500 axles in these older models, but everything fits up to that point. So, and this is the older style where it's got the center hub in the middle where the two half shafts actually bolt to. When you pull that center connector out, there's actually a recess in there which will capture these retaining rings. And I don't know if that's true on every Sportsman, but it's true on this one. Yeah, I should probably get some grease on that. But already looking, I don't think that's going to fit, which is really unfortunate. But not only are these older half shafts a pain in the ass, they're like 2 to 3 times more expensive than the CV style. So if I have to modify this mount to make that work, I will do it. And we might just be doing that. Yep. The listing lied. See how it hits that? Well, that sucks. But I will make it work. Because I absolutely hate the old style half shafts. They're junk. Exposed universals. I don't know what the hell Polaris was thinking back in the day. All All right, I got to take some time to look this over and see if I can engineer something. If I come up with anything, I'll bring you guys back. Everything, all the clearances are pretty tight, but see if we can make something work. All right, here's where we're at so far with this CV axle install debacle. I brought out the 500 to see what makes this work. And it's funny, with all the years that I've been working on these ATVs, I never realized just how tight the tolerance is between the bracket and the bolt and the scale. Like, that is ridiculously tight. On the previous generation to this, the bracket and the bolt actually hit the CV cup, but not by much. Like, if I could get like a 1/4 inch of movement out of that bracket, you know, this is all going to work. So what I did, between beatings with the hammer, squeezings with the 20-ton press, I don't know if you're going to be able to pick that up, basically shifted the mounting point on the bracket. So here's the one I modified. It's got, think of a parallelogram, kind of shifted it over. And here's the original one. What are you doing, camera? So we'll see how that works. I'm going to get this mocked up and see if I have enough clearance. Also, just shaved a little bit off this radius on the bench grinder just to give a little more clearance. I mean, everything is just a little bit of nudging, a little bit of nudging. I slotted out the mounting holes just slightly so I can get the bracket shifted over a hair. Everything is just to get everything moved over just enough to make clearance for the CV shaft. But I'm gonna get it mocked up and I'll bring you back. All right, I don't know what you can see here. Now we got just enough clearance. Let me get my headlamp in here. Just enough clearance to make this work. Which is very similar to how that 500 is. I mean, it is very tight. Very tight. But this will work. So now we just got to gonna have to tweak that A-arm just a bit to compensate for this movement. But once we get that set, this whole assembly should work. So I'm gonna get working on that next, and I'll bring you back when I get more of this together and get a better look at it. Well, here we go, boys and girls. Get this headlamp over here. This is a newer CV shaft on an older Polaris Sportsman. And it clears. Only barely, but it clears. So yeah, tweaking that bracket over. That definitely worked. Had to widen the A-arm. It's probably maybe a 1/4 of an inch, 3/8, maybe about 3/8. But yeah, got it to work. Gonna get the rest of this thing together and work on the other side. All right, we just got this thing all back together. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see the axles, but 1999 Polaris Sportsman with CV axles. My son's going to take it for a test ride. She's alive. Oh yeah. We're ripping the trails again. That was a lot of work just for 2 stupid brackets, but I think it's going to be worth it. No more dealing with these junk axles. I'm going to call it a win. Thanks for hanging. And I'll catch you all in the next one.